Hey, what's up? This is Joshua. I'm doing a daily video blog from University of Wisconsin Stout, where I just got done doing some portfolio reviews as part of a design week here. So one, thank you Alex and Vadim for the invitation. It was super enjoyable. And I thought I would do a video because of the fact that I basically gave the same feedback to every single student that I talked to that was less about their work and more about the presentation. So I thought I'd make a little video about presenting design work specifically. So let's just take it for granted that you should rehearse as much as possible. The other thing that I would throw out there that's really important to do is to come up with a really simple description of what it is that you're doing. So the thing I recommend to my students is get a 3x5 card and just write down for each project, have one of these 3x5 cards, and it should be like, number one, what is this project? Hold on, we got to look at this beautiful Brutalist building. What up, UW Stout? So number one, what is this project? It is, here, I'll do it with one of my own examples. Let's see, so we're gonna do it for my book, New Skateboard Graphics, and it would be, number one, what is this project? It's New Skateboard Graphics, which is a collection, it's a book about contemporary skateboard graphics. Why is it compelling? It is a 196-page collection of the best in contemporary skateboard graphics. Okay, what were your roles in it? I wrote, compiled, designed, and did the production on the entire book. And then lastly, why does it look the way that it looks? We had two influences in designing it. One was that we wanted the emphasis to really be on the images, so we were making as the standard for it museum catalogs. And then two, we wanted to contrast how most of these books about like sort of urban art stuff looked, which was very kind of grungy and distressed. We instead were looking at the influences of stuff that would be in play with a company like Zoo York or Expedition 1 or Hops, which is like clean, more modern, basically more North Face, less Sex Pistols. Okay, so that's a super clear description of what went into that book. Now I could certainly build off of it and add more to it, but in general, just from that, I would say you get the picture. And then I can like go through the book with you and I could explain what's going on with the end papers, talk about different uses of composition to enhance the overall rhythmic pace of the book, or to how we brought some drama into it, whatever kind of stuff that is. But in general, you have a super simple overview. I look at it like it's a product. What is the product? Why is the product compelling? Who made the product? And why does that product look the way that it looks? The reason I think this is important is students they have a habit of doing a couple of things. They talk too much about themselves. I wanted to do this, or they talk too much about the actual context that happens with your class. I totally don't care about your class. In the context of like a portfolio review or a job interview, I'm trying to solve a problem. You're hopefully the answer to the problem I have, which is I need a designer. So what you're interested in is not super useful or interesting to me. What I care about is solving that problem. So by taking this kind of like who, what, where, why approach, very kind of regimented, and then expanding on the part that truly matters to me, the design, you answer my problem inherently, and I know what other roles you played in it, so I can ask you about the photography or the illustration or whatever, and it cuts down on some of the silliness. The other thing is it keeps the student from getting distracted by the novel roles they play. So it might be really interesting that I wrote New Skateboard Graphics, but that doesn't really have a bearing on whether someone can hire me to design something. Me writing it is just neat. It's icing on the cake, but it's not the cake. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I would add to this. And the other thing that I would say is like just two things I would look out for if you're a student. Don't tell me, oh, this was another fun project. I totally don't care that the project was fun. I assume you like being a graphic designer. Hopefully every project is fun. So don't tell me it was fun. Don't tell me about things you would do differently. You know, just fix those things. And don't tell me about what you learned. I'm sure there's somebody that wants to hear this stuff, but what I care about is what you did, why it's valuable, why it's important. If you had to invent some new technique, I'm interested in that. Otherwise, I don't care about the technique. So it's a sort of like just the facts ma'am kind of approach, and hopefully what that does is it gets you talking more about the actual design and less about your classes, software, techniques, etc. And it keeps me focused on the thing that matters to me, like what are the ideas behind why you're doing what you're doing. All right, thanks a lot. Bye.